But this result hangs in the balance, and so does Navi's spot in the next stage of competition.
Let's get into it then, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic starting on his T side here. No upgraded pistols for him. Only one smoke, suggesting A attack here, boys. You need at least two to go towards the B side of the map. And it's Navi with HE Grays and aggression from Flamey. We know he's been struggling in EPO as of late, but can he make this one work? It's a great first shot. Boomich here to pick up the pieces. It looks like he'll be going down as well. Equal trades for now until Simple gets stuck in. He's pushed down towards the bottom of Banana, and in fact, the entirety of the CT squad is there. They've got the bomb down, and Brolan with a Glock as well. He's going to struggle at range here, trying to find the one-taps. Actually not be good for one here. There it is, comes through. How has he not gone down yet? Eventually he will. And Chad, we're seeing a lot of these aggressive CT pushes on the pistol round now. Could you explain as to why so many teams are trying to present that?
Actually, sir, Alex has put his hand up in the
you want to
class,
give it a go?
and I think that he would like to answer this one.
So there's actually a secondary reason. Of course, bringing the fight, making sure that the T's can't explode with loads of utility and do something strategic, but there's also a secondary part of that, which is that especially now with the current state of the economics, that you want to make sure the bomb doesn't go down as well. By rushing and starting those fights, you ensure that even if you win the round, you're not playing against two Kriegs in the second.
Absolutely. I mean, it guarantees that if you win the round, of course. And but it also means they can't do any set pieces, they can't do any detailed technical strategy.
Look at this monkey!
JW's going down to 9 HP. Very close indeed. The HC will finish him off. I'm almost certain of it. That's going to be Boomich. Very aggressive towards B. That's been a huge talking point. In some of their huge games where they lost the map to OG, remember, it was actually on Inferno. He started 0-9 due to his relentless aggression towards B, Chad.
Yeah, that was it was a rough series. I think that's the one where he tweeted it was 4v6. But Boomich now continuing that aggression. He's not going to back on down from a fight here. Will push all the way through, gets control of not only Banana, but middle as well. And now it's just going to be these 4 Glocks getting swarmed. Simple takes a dink for his troubles. But this will just be one of the standard, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, we repeat this every time for you, every single day, day after day.
Last one.
With the Glocks against the CT-sided economy, they want to wait as long as they can to milk out the utility. See if the CTs will make any mistakes, potentially push and capitalize on some frags. By waiting the clock out, you force the CTs to expend utility, which is equivalent to cash that they can invest in the following round.
Would you recommend people do this at home? Will they enjoy themselves?
If you do this at home, you will be extremely bored.
Yeah, this is only for high-level play. Do not waste your time doing this in matchmaking
at
and ACA.
I recommend you force buy.
Yeah, just
get a deagle, get a scout,
get
have
stuck
some
in.
fun.
Yeah, get stuck in, get a shotgun. Why not? Golden. Last player remaining, taken down by Perfecto. It's a clean sweep for Navi here after picking up the pistol. They have managed to take over 4 SMGs. Now, that is a bit of a signature move, Chad, as well, of Navi. They go for the 4 SMGs on the T side with 1 rifle. Same story on the CT side. I hate it, knowing that the AKs are coming out now. It's a bit of a bonus round, so sure, if they win this round somehow, the MP9s and the FAMAS, amazing. They'll have so much money going forward. They just have such a distinct lack of firepower right now up against Krieg, AK-47s, smokes, flashbangs. It looks like a locked-in round for Fnatic, but if you do find a way to win this one, you are on for an amazing half on the CT side.
I mean, we know Blade is calculated, right? He's all too aware of the situation, so part of the way him and his team have put their heads together, they believe that 4 SMGs on the second can be an effective bonus round situation.
If ever there was a map for it, Inferno would be right up there in terms of using the lesser weapons and trying to cause damage, be a nuisance like Boomich is doing just now. You can see that nice incendiary thrown towards the bottom. Bit of chip damage towards Golden, takes him down to 36, and Simple's rotating in. Simple actually has an HE and a flash as well, so he boosted up, and that's what you want to do. You want to tuck yourself in and make them commit. Lock them out as long as possible with the smoke grenades and run that clock down. Flush up. You'll see him a lot here at Banana. Likes to peel it wide open, get stuck in.
Navi have been very restrained with their nades. We even saw it in the Glocks around before, but look at this. 60 seconds, they actually the T's just smoked on towards coffins and they didn't pull the pin.
They know there's no chance of a Fnatic rushing this one. You'd be mad to rush when you've got the AKs and the Kriegs. If they had Mac 10s, for example, and they were on the bonus situation, sure, they might go fast, but they're going to slow it right down. They're going to try and get picks, they're going to run a default, then they're going to try and take advantage of that fact to get some decent territory off that. You can see, like you said, Navi is holding on to their smoke as long as they can. We always say that 30 seconds is the magic number. If you throw that at the choke point, at 30 seconds, you should be able to win the round off that. And now for Boomich.
They're going B.
They are going B. And remember, Flamey still has a smoke. He's dropped it at 25 seconds, even better. That locks them out. If we go over towards B now, you can see they can't do anything until that smoke's gone. They can smoke spawn and bust through this, but that means Flamey has the advantage.
They have to go.
Here it comes. Flamey chooses to drop off. The chaos, however, from Simple is not enough, and they overcome it. Both defenders of B neutralized, bombed down, and potentially Fnatic round. They did run that clock all the way down. It was dangerous territory.
It was the flashbangs that were so effective there. You could see him having to jump off the boosted position of first oranges. If he gets a couple of kills there, perfect. But how are they not watching coffins at this point? I couldn't tell you. Flusher will make up for it and plug the hole. But ultimately, they could lose a few more players here. Perfecto waiting in CT spawn. He opts to fall back and hold onto his rifle. Electronic watching the extremities of the map, making sure there's no flanking potential, which you have to be aware of here against Fnatic.
Yeah, it's surprising to me that they didn't all set up to go for exits and try and close them in, but I think JW's presence towards the arch side with that exchange with Boomich made him believe that he could be hunting around already. However, JW did play conservative, not something that we've been, well, not something I think I've ever said. JW has been hyper-aggressive throughout the ESL Pro League Season 11, doing what he does best. And this is the entries onto that B-bomb site right there. I'm surprised, yeah. I just thought they would have gone for more exits.
I would have at least
it was just SMGs.
Locked them in the side, knowing so much damage been done.
Well, knowing this game, Henry, they could probably just sit in emo and survive. So
yeah, that's a good point. So the orb's out, it's simple, but it is compromised. You can see him spending exactly enough just to get the orb out, nothing else. He could have got a decoy to go with it, I suppose. That's pushing it a little bit, though.
We did see some successful decoy work.
I want to ask some of the players, especially Carrigan, if we get a chance in EPL, just to discuss that idea. But either way, we have got a committed Boomich towards the sandbags. That is his position. He'll be there a lot. For better or for worse, he will be in that spot, taking that damage with the Molotovs, the grenades, normally going down. If history is to repeat itself, we'll see if Simple can nail this shot. Doesn't quite connect. Remember, he's got no armor as well, so it has to be quite passive here.
Boomich is very dynamic, though. This time he's chosen to fall off as he saw the pressure coming in. I say that as he loses his life.
Right, he is dynamic. He's either alive or dead.
Re-peeking the CT. And Simple with no armor. He has to be so good at falling off of this first shot. He's lost his teammate, so now Simple with no armor and 1 kill to his name has to defend the B commitment. You can see the bombs coming in now with Crims and the cavalry.
I would be considering the save already. Considering it's just Simple. He's going to be smoked off any second at this point. He's got no utility, no armor. Any bullets just fired off towards the coffins right now will send him to an early grave.
I think he's realizing it.
Yeah, once they get that bomb planted, it's done, though. We'll see whether there's anything to be said about it. They still haven't crossed the bomb over. They're going to have to drop a Molotov down. And that does change things slightly here. You can see Simple now as an opportunity, as vision. They'll consider this now. I'm not sure that smoke didn't go down before, but it cost them a player. Should still be absolutely fine here, and we'll see them start to edge their way back. There was no way they were ever going to win this one, as they have no utility. Still a 3-on-3. Just going to be looking for exits by the look of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that Simple, by being kind of quote-unquote trapped in construction, he was hoping for a CT smoke. He got what he hoped for, and an exit frag already. They're going in. Electronic, he's making no secret of this. And that's the first. He's going towards the bomb.
Surely no time here.
He's not got time for this. Another frag. I mean, it's good damage inflicted. They managed to force the T's to at least respect it. JW will get away with his Krieg, and Perfecto and Simple retaining everything they brought into the round.
Yeah, not the end of the world there for Navi. They do keep the AWP up in the M4. We've got our impact player round 4 here. It's Flusher. 2 kills in round 4, 232 damage, 87 ADR. It's a new feature we're trying to bring through right now. Are we going to get that at the end of each round? Is that the way
every single round, a player will be showing up right there. At the moment, it's currently calibrated for, it doesn't matter if you win or lose the round. It's the highest impact in terms of kills or ADR.
If you got 4 kills and it came down to 1 versus 1, you lost it, you still wouldn't be the impact player. Oh, you would be.
You would be.
Okay, I understand.
But we'll see how that one flows on out. Here as we do get into round number 5, and the chicken up close and personal with Brolin will
ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, definitely ruffled mine right there. You should be. I think that kill them when you see them, not in real life, in the game, because if they're near you in one of these circumstances and they run towards you, and they can.
I like collecting them.
Yeah, you press E on them, take a round of you.
So once again, that's something you guys should do at home in your casual matches. Not a high level play. High level play, kill the chickens, as long as it's at the start of the round. Very, very slow Counter-Strike is something that we have seen throughout from Navi. Fnatic, not so much. They are taking much more of a tentative approach here.
This is a very tight line. I'm just intrigued to know how he has the confidence to hold it. They could have been anyone walking up apps, but Simple, he's got the internal timer, and he does get away with it. A perfect frag and a reposition now responsible for apps.
Yeah, very nice stuff there. Takes down a key member of the Fnatic roster as well, Brolan. And his Krieg. Notice that no one else from Fnatic using that weapon. They're all on the AK-47s. He's a specialist with it. 40 seconds remain. Simple. Already found
gap.
that first pick, and there is a huge gap. Flashbang will come around. He'll dodge it. Surely gets the kill here, using the pallets to spot Golden. Won't be missing that one. Golden dropped to the floor. JW probably not far behind here. 30 seconds. And they might want to consider saving at this point. It's a 5-on-3. Crims, 0 kills to his name. Flash is over. And they're going to go up towards quad and hope for the best here. It's going to have to take some performance, get them towards the side.
Yeah, that smoke's not going to get them far. Just bounding into the side. Good movement from Crims. They forced the sniper off the line, and now the frag's coming in. Oh, this would be such a classic Fnatic round. But to contest the bomb, Electronic through the smoke, nutmegs him perfectly. Now he's pins it in, and there's a gap. Electronic, Fnatic, they had a real shot at this, but it's been taken away from them. Damn. Nice work from Navi.
Great effort from Fnatic. Can't take that away from them. That was a 5 versus 3. They managed to find a couple of kills in the form of Perfecto and Simple. They get the bomb planted. Their loss bonus starting to increase now. They might have a buy going forward as well. They're going to get $1,400, unfortunately, though. With the 800 coming through, it might be forced by territory or just take the full eco now and buy up into the next.
Yeah, big questions to ask here. Knowing that the AWP will be recovered for Mr. Simple after he gets 2 free kills to start off that round, and here's his second in charge, Electronic, finishing off the remainder on the bomb site. Look, for Fnatic right now in the early stages of this game, I think that just get as many T-side rounds as you can. So don't force into rounds that you're not going to have any chance losing. You don't have to be desperate just yet. You have the, I guess, positive side of things that you can set your own bar on the T-side. So take as many saves as you want or as many of these partial buys as you need to feel comfortable. But one of my concerns right there with that approach is we get the Guardian mid-pick coming on in. Nobody home to greet Simple's AWP just here, is the fact that they were picked off individually. They were one at a time. And we talk about Fnatic's playstyle. They don't often, play together for those trades. They like to take space on their own when they get information of smokes here, players here. But if you do that against Simple and he's just moving around with the AWP like that and you're not disrupting him, you're not giving him something to focus on, he will hit those shots every time. And that's where the 2 openings came from in the previous. And now with a minute and 10 left on the clock, the first kill will come in. Golden just walks on into B. Boomage will be more than happy with that. Not being pressured by nades, not being forced on out. Seem very slow right here for Fnatic in the early stages of this game.
So just the pistols here for Fnatic. Bear in mind, we have 2 other games running right now as well. This is Navi versus Fnatic. We have Astralis Mousesports going on as well. And FaZe OG. Don't worry about the latter too much. That one doesn't have too much weight behind it because both teams will not be able to make it through to the next stage of the tournament. We're more focused on the 4 teams involved right now. That's Navi, Fnatic, Astralis Mousesports. This one is at the very tippity top as well. Fnatic have performed fantastically so far in stage 2. Trying to bust their way through towards the B side of the map and got Boomage ready and waiting towards B boxes. Spots Brolan towards CT spawn. He'll call that for his teammate. That's going to be key information here as Flamey and Boomage going to town here. Should be no plants and a clean sweep. 5 players survive for Navi as they take the lead 4-2 now. Getting to round number 7. Money actually looking pretty decent for Fnatic. As we see, Boomage is our impact player there. 3 kills in the round. Up against those pistols, nothing really to write home about.
Oh, that's a nice little fun fact. Normally the finisher
are starting on Inferno.
Well,
interesting.
I've got the scorebots up next to me, so I can keep you updated of anything interesting that comes through. At least in the Astralis Mousesports game, the Astralis are currently up 3-1 on Inferno. So there you go.
That's going to be an interesting one right there. There's obviously the Carrigan versus Astralis storyline going on in that side of things. A little bit of early information there from Electronic. As Simple will get pushed back. And Boomage, while he's back at it again, back towards the sandbags.
He loves it.
This time not really taking too much damage for him. Not being punished in the same way that OG were. It seems like they designed a system to actually flush him out of that position. They were throwing 3 HE grenades, Molotovs, consistently towards that spot. Perfecto, though, going to be challenged. He's hiding behind the quad pillar right now. First player will be Brolan, and easy shot by his standards. Flushing out, waiting for a reaction, but it's Electronic fending them off in the pit.
He's done all the utility he needs to. The frag is not quite there, though. Brolan, lucky to be alive, does get into the A site now, attested from apps, and wall banged straight through. JW caught out. Electronics lost a lot of health. Now trying to throw some bullets back towards Crims around the hay bales. Distraction enough for Boomich to come in and deal damage. Electronic gets another one. I don't understand that. Looked like he was mid-air.
He does that so often. When scenarios look impossible, his HP is low. He always seems to nail the shot. Same story for Flusher, though. He recovers the C4, makes his way back, and he's got a bit of a specialist weapon for himself. He's got the UMP in hand. A smoke available, but
He
no
makes
time.
noise here, right?
He does have to make noise when he jumps out here and take a little damage as well. Boomich has heard him. Guaranteed frag at this stage. And there it is. It's going to be Navi. 5-2 here as Fnatic can't really pull much together at all. No plan coming through. And we are going to have a $2,400 loss bonus. Electronic picking up 3 kills in that round, even though he had 11 HP in the pit. No problem at all.
All right, so just looking at this, we talked about Boomich before coming into this game as an individual who hasn't been performing within Stage 2. He currently has 10 kills to his name. He's only died 3 times, has an assist up there, and 139 points of ADR. So whatever he's been doing, it's working, and that's a very positive sign right there because we were starting to get a little bit worried over there on the Navi camp.
Here he comes again.
Another kill, another freebie, another opening right there. It's the pistols.
Well, Fnatic haven't changed their system. This is them with their default. With Flushhead is working towards B, and then him trying to obtain control. They're not throwing multiple numbers over towards that B side of the map, and Boomich is exploiting it. This is perfect for him. That not so much. Peter 50 bullets to the face. He will be falling back on 7 points of health here as Brolan holds towards Boiler. Got Perfecto on the other side. 2 youngsters were going at it momentarily. Smoke down towards middle, and the bombs at T steps. In terms of grenades, not really anything available for Fnatic here. Just need brutal 1Ds to be delivered, and if there was a man to do so, it could be Brolan.
Not his fight, it seems. Backing away now. Perfecto does forego control, and it's been taken back. Electronic dunks Perfecto. They hear the weapon drop. They know there's more there. Crims does catch a bullet on the retreat. And these 2 low HP P250s are just going to walk into the Lion's Den and be met, well, by the aforementioned Lions. It's Boomich and Flamey running the circus, and 6-2. Round 8 concludes. Another one for the blue squad, and in fact, a spotless performance from all 5 of them. They can keep their weapons, build the bank, and a double kill from Boomich is the highlight.
Yeah, so we're going into a timeout right here, and I was just watching back to see Navi's first approach on their gun round to deal with Boomich, and they didn't throw that many nades towards him. It was just a bunch of Molotovs. There wasn't any HEs towards Sandbag, so maybe they're expecting Boomich to have changed his game plan. Well, he seems to be doing the same thing. So with this timeout right here, maybe Samuelson's filling him in. Well, we're still doing the same play. Let's get some grenades up there. Let's see if we can harass him, maybe give ourselves a free kill.
He's got way too much freedom right there at the top by the barrels. The fact he's got the audacity right now to just be swinging out with the AK-47, doing damage, finding kills, and looking comfortable with that sandbag position, that's dangerous. You can't let him have that sort of comfort. He needs to be challenged. He needs to be pushed back and shown he can't dominate that area. That's what OG did. It was very effective. He was 0-9 against him on the CT side. They ended up losing the series, but they did win Inferno, so it was enough. We'll see if Fnatic can adjust things now, knowing that they are getting wrecked on that side of the map. They are going to send multiple players toward the T round. But jump from Simple here towards T steps does result in him getting shot in the face through the wall. Down to 25 points of health. Grenades now focusing towards the sandbags. See how Boomich fares here. Dodges the first and second. Molotov's now landing in his position. You can see them trying to get him out of there. They're confirmed he's at least not in position.
Yeah, he's been playing in limbo a lot more, and now with that smoke molly combo, he can take back that sandbag position. They only have 1 HE left in JW's hands. That's going to go out. It's not going to meet any damage whatsoever. So up and over the wall they'll have to go. I think the smoke must have missed if it's landed there.
Yep, I agree. So, Boomich trying to jump out. Still has a smoke. Drops it at a perfect time as well. Just as they got 4 players outside the bomb site. And now they're going to have to wait 20 seconds or so. Allows Flamey to reposition, but he has no grenades now. Boomich has the flashbang, so he's going to be more of a support player from CT Spawn, trying to alley-oop for Flamey. Boosting up now. Got to find a kill. They've spotted where Flamey is. They can just hold this position now and wait for to see if he peeks again.
They have a molly for him. They should be able to work that out. It's in Crim's hands. There's smokes to cover off towards CT.
Yeah, he's done for. Surely. Very patient.
I feel like Flamey must have clocked that he's been spotted.
How long is this going to go on for?
Well, this is the thing.
Don't change it, Rush. Stay on this. We may as well.
Oh, he's got out. He's done him.
He is in trouble, though, down to 39, and ooh, Flusher was throwing out nades. Fortunately, his teammates have been throwing out bullets in the meantime, and Boomich through the smoke did actually strike nicely through the tracer fire, tracking both Brolan and Flusher, did not convert the kill, and same for Electronic. God, it's all Fnatic winning their aim duels. They did do good damage. Navi, all of the members of Fnatic down to 50 or less, but not quite.
They should. I'm expecting more out of them to defend that site, right? But Flamey, as you mentioned, must have known that he was trapped in that position. That's the only reason he probably hasn't jiggled on out there. He stood there for a good, what, 15, 20 seconds at that point.
The whole smoke, yeah.
So Fnatic are finding success over towards the B bomb site. Not early, but they're finding success over towards the B bomb site here. That's a pressure point. The reaction from Navi might be, in one of their previous gun rounds, they did take Simple towards top banana early, but it's going to be hard to get Simple into the game within these mid rounds. Fnatic are making sure that he can't just, get all these multi-frags and finish the round right there and then. So this is why they're going for maybe much more of a slow approach. The Fnatic that we've been used to, much more chaotic, taking a lot more liberties, finding a lot more space, going out for a lot more individual duels. Here it seems like they've just had to realize, well, if we go tight, we go together, we trade out efficiently, we can still win these rounds.
Yeah, and Inferno Navi is also, it's really interesting because anyone playing against them has the choice of going towards the site that Electronic and Simple are at, or the one that doesn't have those two players.
Yeah, and that seems to be where they're finding their rounds. So maybe there's a correlation right there.
Same Molotov thrown towards sandbags, really trying to condition Boomage at this point that he can't reside towards the safety of the bags at this point as they continue their campaign, sending multiple players up towards B now, making sure that he can't bully them out of position. For is just Flusher trying to make his way forward, which is their standard approach. Having to change things on the fly here. That's the way Counter-Strike goes down sometimes. Brolan with the Krieg. Same story for Flush Up. Showing some presence towards B here, needs to be very careful. Vulnerable to shots from Boomage as well. And there they come. Nothing connecting just yet. Simple throwing the flashbang in towards the apartment. Perfectly catches Brolan. Just had to sit back there and hope no one swung. And they've got 3 now towards the apartment. 1 flashbang out, they'll fully commit off this.
And we're off. Electronic fully flashed. They've locked him down, but Perfecto sends them home. A quick double kill as they leaped out of the balcony and puts them, both Flusher and JW, in a near impossible task.
That was great stuff there. Navi, idyllic crossfire. Perfecto with 2. Electronic strong as ever towards our pit position. Finds him in a 4-on-2 situation. Looking for a kill towards the hay bales. He finds Flusher. JW remaining now and giving up. He's going to be down to 13 HP. No way he'll be able to do anything with this. 15 seconds, bombs down. He'll have to fall back.
If he saves, he can drop a gun over and they can go for a buy round in the following. They will get 2,400 as the loss bonus, which means Brolan and Flusher will be fine. Just Crims and Golden, who have the question mark around their names. So good stuff there from JW to hold on to the weapon, but 7 on the board nonetheless as Navi continue to mount here on that CT side. I think Fnatic need to be looking at roughly five rounds on their T side if they want to be safe here, but this is great from Perfecto. The fact that he catches that, Electronic would have been swarmed in pit. We could see how blind he was as he was rounding that corner with the Molotov, so he would have definitely gone down if it wasn't for Perfecto, and that could have been the round 1 right there for Fnatic. And
Electronic, as he caught that flash, was throwing an incendiary towards quad, which meant Perfecto could focus all of his attention towards balcony relatively safely.
Precisely.
Well then, the MAC-10's out in the hands of Golden. Not as effective unless you have the advantage. Can still be viable, but it's normally when you're dominating the CT side, they have weaker buys, lack of helmets, that's when it really comes into its own.
Yeah, when we were highlighting the positives from the Fnatic game yesterday against Mouse Sports, it was Flusher running up Banana, getting 2 kills with the MAC-10, opening the bomb site. It was them having very good CT-sided transitional defense to stop the mid pushes from time and time again. And Boomage, well, he's got pushing on the mind as per usual, and now Flusher will open up the account. So it was mid-round, it wasn't the early round push from Boomage, but the push nonetheless.
Again, one of Machine's wacky theory crafts. Do you think Boomage is deliberately getting hit by that Molotov to make people look in towards his direction or start taking a fight when the flash is about to pop? Because he's done that repeatedly. He's running into the Molotov just as it's fading. He takes tick damage. Perhaps it's going to turn heads, and well, Perfecto's turning heads today as well.
He's tearing them off, Alex.
Yeah.
That's insane. Perfecto's actually looking really sharp. This is one of the best performances I've seen from him so far. Looking very assertive. This is what you want to see from a young star. Someone who's stepping up, willing to take duels, not cowering in the corner. He's got the bomb down. Smoke to assist him as well. 2 kills to his name already. Himself and Electronic turning out to be quite the tandem duo. Simple now towards middle. Doesn't miss many. JW knows it. And now we have a 4 versus 1. Flusher gives himself up and Electronic sends him home.
Oh, that Krieg on Electronic is going to make Pit even more scary.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm calling a B hit now.
There are 3 Kriegs available on the CT side right now. This is why teams like Astralis, Mouse Sports are not buying the Krieg on the T side so much, because this is a nightmare scenario, Chad. If you have the Navi, some of the world's best aimers in the form of Electronic, Flamey, Simple.
Look at the little he's going
to destroy on the CT side. They have, what, 3 Kriegs, an M4, and a Simple AWP. That's a god tier setup.
I'm going to make a really early call here. We have seen Fnatic throughout this tournament start the opening maps very, very slow. That kind of changed within recent time and when they started to get into gear a little bit more. But now knowing in the back of your mind, or at the front of your mind, that you're guaranteed a top 3 position. Fnatic are the only team who are guaranteed a top 3 position within the next stage of competition. That could potentially be the slow start here. And it's troublesome that it's on their own map pick. If this wasn't their map pick and they were starting like this, it would be fine. You know, oh, they lose Nuke, it's a quick loss, the CT side wasn't great.
Inferno's next.
The cage has been rattled, JW's out, they're ready to play. That's, you know, the how I expect this one to potentially go. But going into Nuke as map number 2, it's a more difficult task for Fnatic to climb that. So maybe when they get to the end of this first half, they'll be thinking, oh, we do need to wake up here on Inferno because this series could be over very, very quickly. Yeah,
this could be an open and shut case if Fnatic don't really find their form that we've seen every single time they step into the server. For anyone that's tuned in, you know, they've just pre-ordered their Fnatic jersey and now they're all upset, head in hands. This tends to be how most Fnatic games start.
Yeah, it's a good point. They are slow burners, but they get into it eventually, and JW might be coming to life right now. That's a great opening pick, the Desert Eagle. And Boomage, he needs multiple kills. I think he's only good for 1. That's not bad. On a straight transfer. As he's looking for a 4th here, Boomage is back. Perfecto looking sharp as well. All of the planets aligning here for Navi, I have to say. Grims will get a plant out of this one. Maybe.
Please.
It doesn't matter too much. They'll still be getting $3,400 next round, but it would be nice to get the extra 800. This stage looks like he's trying to cause damage towards the Navi ranks here. Makes his way towards Ruins. Nice shot, gets the dink, but Perfecto will be picking up his 11th kill.
With the AK, he had 2 kills there. He would have taken down Simple and most likely Perfecto there, and that could have been a winnable 1-on-3 situation. But great opening shot there. B seems to be where they're at least finding the openings. But to note, Fnatic, the 3 rounds they have won have all come from the bomb exploding. So once they get that site control and they find themselves in a number advantage situation, that's when they're posting those rounds.
I'll tell you what, we never saw Boomage towards Emo against OG.
Nope.
He was dead at the start of each and every round. So the fact he can actually fall back towards the bomb site and actually have some impact, that's good to see. He's got 15 kills. This is the game plan, Boomage. This is how it works. Have it within your strap book. Have it ready to deploy. But oh my goodness, Simple down towards second middle, removes the young star. And Boomage now, this is where you want to throw it in. You've got the smoke down, you've got a 5-on-3. Now let's start reeling it back in. Let's get back towards the bomb site, set the crossfires up. We've had enough fun, and now we'll leave Fnatic to sit back and stew on their 5-on-3 scenario.
Talking of reeling it back in, Trace Stunner Sorrentus was fishing.
Did you
virtually?
He was fishing when I came down. I walked past his PC and said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, it's a wildlife simulator." So I was like, "What do you mean?"
Outdoor simulator.
Outdoor simulator. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just fishing." I was like, "Well, so you sit there waiting for an hour for a bite on a fish, and you left click to catch it. That's what you're doing."
My favorite part was it was like, actually, it's multiplayer. You see those blue lines over there?
Those
are other guys. And they're on the other end of the lake.
But you're not playing with them. You can see them, sure, but they're not. It's not exactly a multiplayer game. You're just fishing by yourselves.
We just fish with each other, but like solidarity.
I don't know. It does look sort of fun.
He can't go outside right now, guys. So let him have it. Let him have the little fish.
I saw him caught one very small tiddler, Chad. I won't be honest. I will be honest with you.
It wouldn't have fed more than one person. But you know what? He's probably still fishing now. So shout out to Trace if you're watching along. One of our biggest fans.
He is.
This is a unfortunate situation that Fnatic, I'm going to say, are not fans of right now.
No, after getting absolutely decimated by Flamey and Simple, it's left them in a 5 versus 2, and they're going to limp in towards a B side here. They don't want to go
They're already locked in.
They don't want to do this.
I'd rather not.
Already in.
I'd rather not.
Should we just go save? We can't. We're locked in. We're just going to have to walk in and die with 10 seconds remaining. It might be a little bit humiliating.
Just don't die after the time. Whatever you do, don't die after the time.
Though. They could. Look at the way Boomage is moving. He has gone down, but Electronics' flank is everything. The bomb can't go down. Unfortunately for Fnatic, they die before the time.
Fnatic's pick not looking too good right now. They haven't planted the bomb, Chad, in the last 4 rounds. One of those with a timeout as well. And the money's going to be a little bit broken here.
See this impact player thing that we're throwing up on screen? I don't think we've seen one of them with Simple yet, which is...
We've seen his face a couple of times.
Have we?
Yeah.
I thought it was just all one-way traffic for Boomich, and Perfecto had a couple rounds in there as well.
When Simple got 2 kills with the AWP.
He made it?
Yeah.
He made the
I must
top
have blinked
spot.
and missed it. But the point here that I'm trying to make is that everybody on Navi is playing well right now. Electronic with 13 kills, 12 for Perfecto. You've got Boomich there on 15, Flamey down the bottom on 6. You've got 10 for Simple. Everybody's showing on up.
When they're 10-3 up as well, the stats don't matter as much, right? As long as the whole team's winning and it's not down to crazy 1vx situations, it's absolutely fine. This wasn't the force buy coming in from Fnatic, but Flush is certainly fully invested. You can see he's got the AK, armor, smoke. We'll see whether he can actually do anything with this now. JW removed. Slight gap in the smoke. Finds the bomb down towards top of middle. And it's another clean sweep for Navi. They're going to have even more T-sided weaponry now. Boomer's the only one with M4 here. Simple 10 kills to his name. There's Electronic once again.
5 kills in round 14.
So he got the ace then, I guess?
I guess that means he got the ace.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, well, he gets 3 as they come up middle here with the spray transfer from the Krieg, making it look way too easy. And then, well, through the smoke. I don't know how much easier it can get for this than Mr. Electronic, who continues to destroy them.
I love that he went out, probably a year ago now, saying, I think I can be better than Simple. And that has continued to maintain and, if not, increase his performance.
Remember, when we had the top 5 of 2019 as well, he was the first rifler in the list. We had Device, Simple, way up there as well. Like,
Zywoo, and then Electronic.
And then Electronic comes in as the first rifler, which speaks volumes, I think. Like, the AWP has the highest impact, for sure. In big games especially, it's where it seems to thrive. Having a rifler up there, he's got the world's best AWP, the world's best rifler in your team, no wonder they're ranked number 1. If they can sort out their issues they've got, which seems to be coming online at this point with Boomage kind of playing more defensive, more passively, this is a good formula. This team can maintain world-class status if they fix their issues.
I mean, the way they're making Fnatic... Oh! Fnatic's T-side, I was going to say. For now, they're making it look pretty functional. Problems even caught another one. This does look like they'll be finishing the half with 1 win of their 4. 25% of Fnatic's T rounds perhaps converted here in round 15.
It looks like that's going to be the case. Just Simple on 1 versus 5. We never count him out, but I think on this one, he might be done for. The positioning is looking far too promising for Fnatic as the bomb is planted. Crims, just to note, 3 and 13. They are on the T side. They have been battered and bruised here, but a very convincing round to close things out. Nice little finish before the end of the half. Simple makes a bit of a statement there himself, and it is going to be 11-4. Nav
going on to the T side, we've got a few nades.
Play surely with the HEs here, but only 1 smoke, so they're going to be flashing the top and maybe nading the corner here. There's a nice shot from JW. Simple has been taken out of the equation very early on. So the HEs could be designed for coffins, I would say. You can boost up and towards half wall and throw 2 towards that coffin position. They've been doing that a lot recently.
You can do CT and coffins from the same spots.
Yeah.
And so it's just a question of finding the info as to where they're going to be. Or is it just pot luck? It might just be blind.
Yeah, so I guess towards coffins would be the best place now. Flusher is actually going towards that position. So Electronic lining up his grenade. You need 2 players up there. And then you have to find your specific spots. They're going to be naded towards coffins here. So we'll see how much damage Flush is about to take. First grenade goes in. Lands nicely. Second is good. So they don't find the kill, but that weakens him up and he won't be as aggressive now. Although he has the USP, he can still go for headshots.
Yeah. Is $600 worth 65 damage?
Well, normally the way that Fnatic play this round is 1 individual solo over towards that bomb site and 4 towards A. That would be pushing back that player from having any line of sight over towards Banana. But unfortunately for Navi, they've actually sent 2 individuals over towards that site for this round. So their play of denying information, that's what it's all about, hasn't worked.
Well, they'll go for a mid-control either way. JW opened things up with a kill towards Simple. Finds his second here. Very controlled and calm shots. But it's a 4 versus 3. Flush will be challenged to CT spawn here as they barrel through. He needs to find a quick kill here. Does get 1, but there's the second. Still a chance here for Navi. They're going to be splitting towards B from CT spawn. Bombs coming in, and Golden just absolutely wrecks Electronic. That's going to be the round.
Yeah, certainly should be. Perfecto, he's not got too many options, and it's confirmed for him by Golden. That shot was spectacular. Needed that as well. Navi had just found a way back into the round with a frag on Flusher CT.
So with no plant coming on through, I think we'll get the Navi full eco right now. So this will be the 2 minutes for everybody to potentially go put the kettle on, get yourself a cup of tea, or mute right now if you don't want to know the results going on in the other games, because We have halftime over there with FaZe versus OG. It was on Inferno, 9-6 to FaZe. Now it's 10-6, so they just must have won the pistol.
Indeed, and then with Astralis and Mouse Sports, we're coming to the conclusion of their first half as well, also on Inferno, with Astralis up 11-3 as it stands right now on their CT side. It looks likely to be 12, time will tell, but looking good for Astralis still.
Just quickly, it's actually their T side, Henry. They are winning 11 rounds.
Oh,
their T side against Mouse Sports.
Really haven't turned up there, have they?
Oh dear.
Astralis, Mouse Sports. That's going down. We'll be checking in with that. And of course, I will remind you that for Astralis, a win will guarantee them to be second or third. So top 3 is completely guaranteed upon Astralis victory versus Mouse.
Well then. Fnatic managed to take down Mouse and Inferno yesterday, 16-13. Looking so good right now, but this round is looking much better for them. Looking to get that 2-0 in the second half. This is not the force coming in from Navi. They're going to be buying up next round, by the looks of things. Ideally, we'd like to get the bomb down, but that doesn't look possible. So PT50s, one smoke, one flash. Probably just try and make the way towards B, but I don't see them actually breaking through.
I really don't want to see them buy in the next round unless they get the plant here.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Navi
start.
I don't want to see them start the half with only the Galils and the AK armor that we've seen come out of them a lot. That has been something that they have defaulted to in certain games. I'm hoping here that they take another one of these Deagle buy rounds and go into that for round number 18. But this one's not done and dusted yet. Smoke comes out. Okay, maybe it is done and dusted because over the tip of the flames, he'll take one. With Simple HP being low, Electronic in the mix still, this is going to be a real tall task, and over the top will be Flusher. It's just Electronic left, and if he gets anything, he would be counting his lucky stars. Gets taken out of the round, and now let's wait and see what Navi's approach is. Don't buy, 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 don't buy.
That was a weird choice from them. So that was like the worst of both worlds. You haven't fully invested, and you spent too much trying to get AKs out in this round. I'm not really sure what the plan was behind that, to be honest with you. Unless you get a plan there, that was a pretty useless investment. Flusher and co. taking care of business here with the MP9. No problem whatsoever. Nice shot towards Boomage there. Jumping up towards the coffins. Denies the plant. And a very underwhelming approach from Navi. As Chad said, he didn't want to buy, and they will not. Some interesting financial decisions here from Navi. That's rung true for a few weeks now, to be honest with you. JW inspecting towards second middle. You see even do that with the AWP as the half develops.
If I had to play devil's advocate for the decision making, they're so good with these pistols and they're so good at winning those second rounds that if they feel that they can give themselves 2 shots at it. So if they fully invest and they were to lose the previous, they wouldn't get another shot right now. But now they get 2 cracks at it. So they get a pistol round and then they get 2 decos.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what they'll do with decos with no utility behind it. 3 players about Kevlar, like what chance is there to get a 1D at this point? If Fnatic play this properly, they're holding the bomb sites, they're running the clock down. You can see they're not even really presenting much at all in terms of opening duels here. JW holds a very tight angle towards the boiler room. Smoke's still down. He's got the FAMAS in hand. Remember, 3 players of armor, he should chew through them. Flaming being one of them.
He just has to be pulling the trigger first. That's pretty much the only requirement for JW here. Re-smoking middle, isolates his duel, but as time gets a little tight, I think he's realizing he can do the same.
So just bleeding out that utility. Chad touched upon this at the start of the game.
Yes, we did.
Just going to be making sure that they take every dollar possible out of the pockets of Fnatic. Nice opening shot from Boomage. Waiting for that mistake, and it will actually lead them to an opening kill, but the bomb goes down with 15 seconds remaining. Nice effort with a couple of kills.
They could
see why they wait so long. Yeah, unfortunately for them, there was no time. A couple of kills, pretty decent. They don't recover any weaponry, though. No one survives. And now we get a gun round here after going down 3-0. Crims is the impact player of round number 18. 2 kills from the arch side.
Yeah, it was actually very important that he made those 2 kills considering the time. If he didn't get those kills, it went down, maybe traded 1 for 1 in that situation. Brolin could have been overwhelmed and then a bomb plant could have come through, which would have bolstered the economy of Navi even more going forward for this half. So we can see them with the full buy right now. The AWP is out. And if these last few rounds have been anything to go off, I expect this should be relatively slow from Navi. Just appears that they want to make sure that they're playing the highest percentage Counter-Strike they can, and that's normally without taking too much aggression or damage early from these CT-sided protocols that have been developed on a map like Inferno. All the nades being dumped over towards Banana for control, the Molotov down mid, that can be followed with HEs as well. You can avoid all of this if you play at a snail's pace, and that's what Navi are prescribed to.
They've still got the majority of their grenades. You can see Golden, sure, he has been on a control right now, but Navi haven't really challenged it. So when they come back, they won't have a whole lot to actually fend them off with. So it's a double-edged sword.
And when we asked Blade about the pace of Navi, he basically continued to say that to be the best, you have to be able to do rounds at every pace. But I'll give you €5 if you can tell me the last time we saw a Navi rush or a full execute off spawn. I really have not seen it these last 2 weeks.
There's that Brolin smoke to get top mid control. We've seen a lot of this out of Fnatic.
It's kind of similar to the banana retake.
Very
Similar
powerful
thought process.
You can see it takes so much vision away. They can start dumping HEs in just when they feel they're at the top of middle as well. Simple with the orb towards Boiler. Not an ideal spot for it. Repositions now down towards second middle. I think they finish up towards B here.
Well, they retook mid, but they didn't get any kills. So all that utility being dumped, it does nothing. They've lost banana, and they will lose middle again if Navi want to take it. They have to concede that. And now with 30 seconds left on the clock, it's just get back to the bomb sites, bunker down, and apparently Gamble stack Crims over towards B.
Flusher with no grenade. Same story of Golden. That's maybe why they have to bring him over. They're actually going back towards middle here.
This is going to be a big test.
2 players on the side, tucked in. JW working with Brawlan. I don't think this is enough.
Oh, he got caught in the smoke. He's trying to survive, but overwhelmed, and with just 5 seconds to spare, Navi have taken the A site.
Very convincing. Very well done as well. Overwhelming. And that just goes to show you what we were talking about at the start of that round. Fnatic dumping all of the utility. Sure, they got the banana control, but what did they get them really? Nothing. They retake middle, dumping all the smokes and flashes, no kills. So yeah, they're reclaiming territory, but then they have to fall back. Navi are happy to wait that out. He's still implanting the bomb with 5 seconds of the clock there, but they'd found all the kills, overwhelmed it with a wrap. And well, it's going to be just Golden now, falling back towards Flusher. And it will be the first round for Navi in this second half. 3-1 down.
That's one of the coach's worst nightmares there is they did the moves correctly, right? The CTs did the moves correctly. It's just the Ts were well aware of them and they knew the counter, which is just being patient in that situation.
And then making sure everybody hits their shots in the 10-second window you've given yourself.
Exactly, right? So I like that from Navi. Their approach here was very simple. They knew what they were looking for, and Flamey coming on out. Well, we were talking about everybody on this Navi side having impact. Flamey finding 3 big kills in that scenario. That's his impact right there. He's bounced all the way up to 11 kills. He's now just behind Perfecto and Simple, both sitting at 12. As we continue to see Navi barrel forward. If they're going to have a couple more clean rounds like that, you will see this CT side economy of Fnatic start to dwindle very, very quickly. And with the AWP out for JW, well, he's the first one in question. And of course, there's a potential for the heads-up duel here. We've seen him up close and personal disrupt rushes. Oh, Electronic tried to pick a gap towards Banana.
So that's the smoke Boomich throws, which we had observed last Navi
Gap
T
to the
side.
left,
The gap
right?
to the left
Yeah.
for them to fight through. So we got to see it this time. It seems like it's a kind of a running walk release. Bit complex, but it does not this time work out.
Electronic down. Fnatic up. Big round this one. Money broke on either side if they were to give it up. Currently a 5-on-4 in favor of Fnatic. And in terms of the utility, they still have Golden with a smoke. Flash with the flash as well, so they haven't dropped everything at the start of this round. Simple, patient as ever. Boomich has got himself in a spot where he can pick towards coffins if anyone does get inquisitive on that side of the map and starts to edge his way in. Smoke down.
He might have to take a risk here.
I think he has to go for it, knowing it's not the most perfectly placed smoke. He can maybe get up towards first oranges from here.
Oh, he might hit this rotation if JW's not careful, because he's so up close and personal, it might not be expected. The smoke's about to clear here. Boomich, this is everything.
He knows the trajectory of the smoke, and actually that's his cue to cross. Impressive work from Boomich. 2 flashbangs, and he still manages to get the frag. Flamey actually catching him with that one, but he also took down Golden. Flusher still standing on the site. He's already got 3 kills. He's locked Navi out of this site. He is going to have some more pressure to deal with, but there's only the shape of Simple, and the shape now visible in the incandescence of the smoke through those coffins. He tags him and still doesn't finish the frag. Perfecto lives on. Simple's found another. Navi still have a chance in this.
Oh, the USP has to be a headshot at this point. He's going to find it. Simple, 2 versus 1. Kits are available. No smokes, however. Rifle makes his way over towards the coffin's position. Simple. He thrives in these sort of scenarios. We said they haven't had to rely on any Simple clutches so far. Could this be the first of them?
So, Kit's on J-Dubs. He has to hold that.
He's sticking it.
And Crimson's Holt going to be pushing the angle. Simple tried to call the bluff, and Fnatic will convert. That's a nice conversion for the CTs. They needed that one. You highlighted the finances, and that will keep the Navi boys honest.
It will, but the bomb planted. I think they have one more buy available to them, but Boomage, how do they even get through that and find the first kill? Flash, though, as you can see, with 20 seconds left on the clock, is another very slow approach from Navi. He's trying to stay alive as long as possible there, make it very uncomfortable. He does manage to nail the shot with the USP towards the pool position. And like I said, one more buy available here for Navi after getting the bomb planted. Loss bonus at $2,400, so they do have rifles across the board, and they're challenging towards B once again.
Golden, you're going to burn. Full flashed. Easy execution. Boomage. Taste of it. Yeah, I was going to say, he's familiar with that turf. He knows how to flush out Sandbags players.
Yeah, so Golden goes down alone, and they're going to try and commit off this, knowing it'll be flushed out. Boomage spots him as well, but he fumbles the movement. Electronic does not. JW arrives at the scene of the crime here. AWP in hand, smoked off. Might nullify his efforts.
He might have catched the barrel of Simple just jumping up then, so potential as the retake does come on in for him to clear that, but the bomb is still down T stairs, so taking the bomb site control, Navi just need to wait now and see if the CTs want to push on in, because if they want to plant, well, they definitely have about another 10 seconds before that's even a possibility.
Yeah, you might be right. Electronic, the Molotov landing at his front door. It's going to be JW, two fantastic shots. Navi so slow paced, it's not working out for them here. Flashbang's coming through. It looks like Roland's done enough here. The flash is just spot on. USP to close things out potentially. it's going to be the M4, or the Krieg, I should say. Fnatic bounce back.
I was thinking about it last night, and I should have said it as soon as we kicked off today, because now I'm going to sound like I'm riding the coattails.
Go on.
Astralis, best team in the world. They lost to Navi over there in Katowice. Maybe they, you know, got woken up a little bit. They've been spending all their time practicing in the lab, coming up with all these new moves, about to change Counter-Strike yet again in 2020. And then once they make it to the finals, which they can do by beating Mousesports, we'll see that full Astralis realize.
Okay, they'll come back online.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The final form, Astralis 3.0.
They're
But
just
then
letting you have
who's the best
feelings.
opponent for your fictional Astralis rebuild? Who's the best opponent for that grand final then?
Well, if Navi can play like they are today with everybody online, probably the Navi versus Astralis rivalry is one that I want to see.
Yeah, the hype behind Liquid has kind of subsided somewhat at this point.
Same as EG.
Yeah, definitely with EG. But they have just posted, well, there's been an article released that Zeus will be joining their roster
Yeah,
as
we
the coach.
did speculate that as well.
Yeah, so that's promising for them. I think that's a great change. That could be something to light the fire beneath them. But either way, we do have another A assault here from Navi. They've done significant damage there towards the library. That's on towards the orb of JW. Falling back, though, they still have one smoke, flashes. If they go towards B, they can only really smoke off spawn or coffins. In terms of presence there, Flusher alone for now. He is in CT spawn. Drop himself a smoke of 40 seconds, that's fine. Allows him to get back towards the bomb site, tuck himself in. Should be a Fnatic round here. But it will be a B finish. Remember, they can smoke one area. They've smoked spawn, flashing over. Flash no good, Flash are ready for it. MP9 is as well.
Good frag from Simple. That could be the space they were looking for, and Simple's going straight through the smoke. He's going to try and fend off the CT rotate. He's tucked in on tree, and they will check it. Everyone does, but Simple's reactions, they are honed in. Body shots, not enough. Insufficient from Simple. Flamey gone, just Electronic, and he's got so many targets to spray. It was there for the first, but we will see Fnatic find their double digits. Inferno's got a fair few twists and turns already. Looked like Navi were running away with it after their performance in the first half, but Fnatic, their defense on their map pick, no surprise, is looking pretty flawless.
Even after losing the round, it's going to be Simple with the Impact Player Award. Both Boomage and Flamey are within the 3 lowest rated players of Stage 2. Chad pointed it out a few times in the pre-game here. We've both noticed it. And today, Boomage has looked much better. Currently sat on
19 kills, 105 ADR.
19 and 14, not bad at all. Flamey 11 and 13 at the bottom. Not terrible numbers by any stretch, but not what he used to be in current form. We'll see now Simple make his way up towards middle. No double orb spotted yet on the CT side. But Fnatic have found double digits. They are up 6-1 in the second half now.
Electronic's been given the responsibility of holding Banana. They will deep smoke and can't really contest that. Looks like he wants to at least suggest it's a possibility. And his flash does stop Golden from committing around the half wall.
So only one round picked up from Navi so far. So slow. Alex pointed out they rarely rush. We haven't really seen any flashbang commitments for apartments or set pieces towards A. It's all to be defaults. Take away the resources from the CTs, smother them. But they're losing opening picks. They're running out of time. Not getting that bomb planted. It's getting rough out there. Smokes are perfect from Fnatic so far. Another stifling one towards Arch. And this position towards Trash has been excellent. Golden trying to find all the booties there, and he finds it. Perfecto. He found through the smoke, and that's an opening kill.
Damn, that's a nasty way to go. He's just staring at the wall and suddenly bloodshed. Flusher, he's just staring at the smoke. I imagine the conclusion will be something rather similar. He chooses the more passive option now with Golden in support. He can. His shots actually did connect into Electronic. If he tries anything like that again, Simple positioned to punish. They're going to go commit 13 seconds. Flusher playing time. Golden, he knows some have slipped the net, but he stands his ground on Simple. The bomb's on Boomich. It was on Boomich, but Flusher, he's taken them all out of the round. Not just the bomb, the whole clan. Shut down, 12-11.
Chad, we talked about stubbornness, you and I, before going into this game. And
You
it
and I
feels
are
like
quite stubborn people, yes.
Yeah, but it feels like Navi, again, they don't want to change their approach. They don't want to mix things up. It's lots of defaults towards middle, banana control. There's stuff you expect, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to lose that first pick, but again, entering the bomb site with 5 seconds remaining, this has happened 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, and that's similar to what Fnatic were doing within their first half as well.
Sure.
Both teams with this very, very slow approach. It was about this point of the game for Fnatic when they mixed up the pace. Remember they did that faster round up towards middle. They got shut down by Electronic. So let's see if that comes out for Navi on their side here. I'm not loving this slow pace, and that's from 2 angles. One of a Counter-Strike analyst and the other from somebody who's viewing the game and watching it for entertainment right now. From both those angles, this approach, it's very slow. We're not getting too much action. There's not a lot to look into. It's if you hit your shots, you win the round. That's basically the version of Counter-Strike that's being played right now.
They're waiting to the last moment, choosing a bomb site, sending themselves into a very basic utility, nothing too flashy or technical. If they hit a great shot, they'll get the bomb down. If they lose the first player, they won't have enough time to plant. It really isn't the most sustainable Counter-Strike, not the most beautiful. Their first half was excellent, but Fnatic just strangling them right now. As we'll see those grenades towards Boomich, takes him down to 43 before the round even really begins.
This is the way that you learn Counter-Strike to be played back when I was playing 1.6 or we were playing Source, is that you would sit, you would hold your lines, you would milk out your utility, and you would wait for them to come to you. Counter-Strike in the modern age has been about taking territory on the CT side, forcing fights, isolating individuals on defaults. But right now, this is playing out in a very, very slow fashion.
And the power of Fnatic's smoke grenades has been prominent. A large conversation topic and intersecting with the Navi playbook. I mean, you can see the power of a smoke grenade. Those $300 hold so much value when your enemy team will take so long before they commit. Suddenly, gray screens on an execute can win you rounds. So keep your eyes on those powerful grenades. We do see a couple left on the CT side, and 50 seconds on the clock for Navi as they do posture for their mid control. They want to take this back. As you highlighted before, Chad, Brolin does have his smoke for a top mid retake of sorts. So
Now, the flashbang is so good. It's so telegraph what Navi are doing right now. He's just listening for those footsteps. The flash comes in from Arch. Crim swings and gets 2. They're going to tie things up here. There's no time to recover this situation. Crims will be flushed out. That's not bad. But what do they do now? Brolin with a creep. We know what he's capable of with this weapon. Finds the first through the smoke and now drops the incendiary. There's nothing they can do here.
They have to save again. And
Yeah,
if they save,
to.
the problem with all these saves, one of the things, well, it actually hasn't been that many saves in this one, but with saves in general, the issue with it on the T side is you can't stimulate your economy by saving the guns. So now if you save these across and you lose the following round without getting any damage done, you're not getting any loss bonus. So you're hampering yourself for future rounds. You can just see right there, Electronic, Perfecto, and Boomich got that injection of cash. That 3,400 they get for the max loss bonus. The same can't be said for Flamey and Simple. They carry the AKs across, great, but you're not going to go in with a very good buy right now anyway. So if you can't get the win here, they'll only get 3,400 in the next round, Alex. So for Flamey and Simple, they won't have guns next round.
It's all screwy. And this is another byproduct of the strategies and the style of play, is that when you are running out of time and you did lose those duels, suddenly you have to save.
Yeah, and they've actually done a partial buy behind these AKs. So a little bit of utility and some deagles to help facilitate them finding frags, but they don't have a clear direction. They're not contesting banana control. They're more than happy to give that to Golden and Flusher every single round. They're scared of going fast towards A because JW, we know how pokey he can be with that AWP. He's in their face, he's ready to take those fights. Then, within transition, you have your anchor players of Brolin and Crims in spots that they can't be flushed out of and getting set up with flashes. So right now for Fnatic, everything's working here. Is in this second half, they've only dropped 1 round.
No investment from Navi per se. They do save the AK-47s, but they've gone with Deagles and no Kevlar for Perfecto and Boomage here. So pretty much an eco. Hoping the Flaming and Simple have enough power behind them to find an opening pick. But to be honest with you, they really haven't been delivering on that front at all. We'll see now as we look into the sub-1 minute mark. Their territory is pretty much non-existent. They haven't got mid control yet. They have 1 player towards Boiler.
The closest round we've had in this second half, other than the round win for Navi, was 2 CT players surviving.
40 seconds. More incendiaries. 30 seconds. Smoke's still plentiful for Fnatic. You can see they're being deployed now just to channel them all towards one direction.
It seems to be the same story every single round. As better set up, waiting for them to fully commit.
They all die.
They've rumbled it. They know how Navi operate here. Just very slowly, creep towards the bomb site, hold crossfires, job's a good one. Simple and Flamey can't save the weapons again. They need to start building some money here. Maximum loss bonus, of course, coming in. If they get a plant down, that'd be great. That's what Simple's going for. And JW will dispatch of him. They're trying to kill him after the time.
They should. If Navi are going to play like this, kill them after the time every single round, right? Just milk the clock down, hide in positions. They will start running at you with knives out because they know they have to die. If you're the CT, just hide. Don't worry about it. They can't plant the bomb. They can't do anything. There's not enough time on the clock. Let them have no loss bonus. Force them into the pits of despair. If you're going to play slow Counter-Strike like this and not have a single mix-up, actually, I tell a lie. They had a single mix-up where they crept into the smoke. Boomich went in. He found the entry. They left the bomb at spawn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They had full access to B site. And
then JW saw Simple jumping up on the box before the smoke landed, knew exactly what to do, killed both site defenders while they were trying to bring the bomb back. They didn't have a smoke for CT spawn at that point. And when you think about that, that has to be a tilt round for Navi. That should have been a round for them any day of the week.
Bear in mind as well, Navi yesterday were 12-3 down on train. They brought it all the way back and won regulation. Now getting a taste of their own medicine. After winning 11-4 in the first half, they've only posted a single round in the second. They've lost the lead. They're 13-12 down. Their TSAT has been flat. It's been dull. There's been no tactical prowess displayed. This has just been a nightmare for them. Fnatic have completely locked them out across the map here. Happy to run the clock down. They're not being aggressive at the start. They know Navi are being so slow and patient here. But Flamey finally gets an opening pick here on the T side with a Galil of all the weapons.
Yeah, they were doing the crossfire with the AWP and rifle in apps. It's rare to see the T's get one and actually get away. You can see Flamey very lucky to be so. It looked like a bullet from Brolin's M4 did catch him as well. Looking at the lineup for Simple. Got another one in store for us. Just perfectly stops anyone playing around those coffins. Now into the swing. Perfecto, Boomich, both drawing blood. And now Fnatic are more forced for the first time in some time to perhaps save this one. Navi, they finally break the curse of this T side. This will be their second round on the T side, an 11-round half in the first. And that puts us here. You can see the perfect round recap in the center of your screen.
Well, that all started from one opening pick from the Galil. Finally, their default working out for them back in towards B. And Navi will tie things up. That's going to be their second round of this second half. For them to survive as well is the best bit of news they've had in about 10 rounds, to be honest with you. All 5 players will make their way out. Money still, of course, can be very good for Fnatic. They've actually got 6 rounds in a row at this point. They'll save an AWP, a Krieg as well. If Crims is feeling charitable, we'll give that over towards Brolan, their specialist, as Boomich is the impact player of the previous round there. Only 1 kill found, but it was enough. So, going the full distance here. If you're just joining us, this is the pick of Fnatic. Looked like they were done for after the first half. Navi were insatiable on their CT side. Good balance of aggression and defensive play, but a very similar story for Fnatic here. It's their map pick for good reason. They have bounced back here on the CT side at JW. Deep incendiary, designed to block out any presence towards the underpass here. You can see them falling back. Bomb still down in T-spawn. Needs to pick that up. And they delivered a little bit of damage there towards Electronic and Boomich. As they hold up patiently once again, the battle continues a banana. So the deep smoke of the incendiary in front of it as well means that they're pretty committed. Fortunately, the flames don't spread to the corner, so it's Electronic who holds on to the majority of his health, 91 points. So where's the execution, boys? What's the next strategy we're going to see out of them? These defaults haven't been working out. The slow-paced game has looked like a nightmare. One smoke towards the coffins to bait out a smoke. Ideally, they won't be committing off this. There's the first. CTs now will have Flasher with no grenades. Golden, same story. So Navi, if they execute towards B now, they've actually done a very good job of getting rid of the CT utility. They've baited it all out. They have ample time to finish up on the B site. Looks like an explosion play off this one smoke towards CT spawn. There's the flash. And I think they flashed each other because there's no assist there, and Golden gets 2.
Team flashes could haunt Navi here. They do have time. This is a benefit of committing a little earlier. They will be able to at least
plant,
go for an open plant, defended by Boomich.
Just in time.
That could have gone awry.
Well, this shot pretty much decides around it. JW is ready for this off angle. I would say Fnatic take it. Flamey finds the shot. They're right back in it. JW down to 28 HP, but still survives. Now down to Boomich and Simple. Can they clutch out?
Boomich would have to do something real spectacular here. Simple, likely going to be able to find one and then trade it. Not even. And now Boomich, oh, he's screwed. They're all looking, pre-firing his bullets, do good damage, but Fnatic, they retake with success. 14 on the board for the Swedes on their map pick.
Well, there we have it. A bit of a oopsie from Navi there. They had the banana control, offered it up a little bit too much. The Fnatic rivalry continues. Last time Fnatic faced Navi, the Swedes lost 16-14 at IEM Katowice 2020. I can't recall the map, so I do remember the game happening. But it did,
we
it did
there.
happen.
We were definitely there.
Yeah.
Now, just to note, I really want to put the importance on that kill from JW in Banana with the AWP, because Flamey's set on up for JW coming into that half wall. It's a left IP. He has all disadvantages right there. Flamey had the first bullet connecting, but it wasn't to the head, so it's all about precision here. As JW, we've spoken about his impact. We've even got him listed as our playmaker. He's the man to watch. There's been no revolvers, there's been no knives, there's been none of that silly business here today. Fnatic, they really want to take this #1 spot. Only 2 rounds away from taking map #1 right here. It is their choice, however, so being pushed on home turf right now. Navi aren't backing on down.
The moves from Flusher. Screw Jagger, it's all about the moves like Flusher, straight down Banana. And that could be that impact move that could be the first nail in the coffin of Navi on Inferno. Such a strong first half.
Yeah, it was looking so good. It felt like Fnatic couldn't keep up, but the second half suggests they certainly can. Flusher has owned it. He's got himself down towards middle, a guaranteed frag, and it couldn't be on a better player. Simple with the bomb on his back, a 5-on-2. This is for map point. 11-4 down. They've crawled it all the way back here. Navi only being able to pick up 2 rounds so far on their T side. Flamey and Perfecto left in an impossible scenario here. Hoping for mistakes, but Flusher not making any. The perfect round from him as he picks up another 8.
Wow, I think we've got another Mountain Dew amp game for your power play, considering the context of the situation. That might want to make the list. 477 damage inflicted by Mr. Flusher. And look what that has done to Navi. They can't afford to have an armored AWP. It's going to be straight up rifles into what could be the last round of Inferno.
I think this could be the last round. Navi have just fallen so flat here. Same defaults, same underwhelming execution towards the end. We haven't seen much variation or flair to their play. Simple hasn't had any crazy clutches. And it was looking so good. We were singing their praises in the first half. The whole team had come online. Thought that they sorted their issues out on the CT side, but have they got anything to say about round of 29 yet? Apparently not. JW and Brolan get the first 2 kills. Simple answer back, but he's taking damage in the flames there. Boomich and Warren, I'm not really sure what they're up to here, Chad.
Well, it doesn't matter because Fnatic, they know what they're up to and they only need to find 2 more kills. That's 1 for Brolan, and now it's just Simple. It's the man of the moment. It's the man of Counter-Strike, but I don't think he could even win this one.
No, I don't think so. With 28 HP, a Molotov in hand, they know exactly where he is. He drops out. Just a little smoke. A Molotov's got to run out on this one, hoping the spam won't come through. He's got a minute to work with here, jumps his way forward, and down he goes, 16-13. What a recovery that was from Fnatic. 11-4 down on their map pick. Navi looked destined to take this map, but they